Number 3, support and be willing to be supported. Very important.
Facts. You wanna start this? I saw the way she looked at me. She was like,
I'm gon' pull up to your city, long distance is nothing but time. I'ma keep you cornered, baby girl, when you're rising up, touching the sky. I'ma know what I see when you lay down and park there. You gon' make it shake when you start there. Shifting gears, changing up the speed. You won't know the one but a need. Loving you is feeling like a lie. Lift your man so I could do you right.
hello, Molweni, Dumelang.
Shimano, please.
How are you guys doing? Lovely to see you again. You know what it is. You know the occasion. I don't need to say it because
Okay, babe. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for pulling through. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and you know what the drill is. We're giving you guys 5 seconds to subscribe and turn the notification bell on. So 1 0. Thank you so much to all of you that did. If you didn't, why? But anyway guys, don't be surprised when you see us eating. We're actually having some ocean basket here, prawns and other things. And today our video is about how to
sustain a long distance relationship, pretty much.
Yeah, like
the title might change, but like that's the basis.
How to keep a long distance relationship.
Booming the vibes. How you keep we're in a long distance relationship, but look, we're together for a reason. That's what I'm saying. So I know a lot of people are probably out there in long distance relationships and they're like, they're struggling and all those kind of things. So this video, and you might have your doubts and all that kind of stuff. So this video is to reassure you, and even if you're in a
short distance,
or normal relationship, short distance. No, we're not like this isn't normal. If we're looking at the majority of things,
this isn't normal, baby.
And we're honest, it's not normal. People are afraid of this kind of stuff. So like your normal relationship, which is like short distance kind of vibes, like this can help you as well. Because there's certain tips that will apply to you. If not, most of it will like apply to you and stuff like that. These are muscles. But like muscles are mine. So yeah, those are the vibes.
So guys, tip number 1 is that you should love your partner in their love language. So the basic love languages are, there's about like 5 of them, right? And what we did before we even started dating, we ranked them in order of importance, like to us individually. Like he told me what his love languages are and I did the same. So like we realized that they differ and like we receive love in different ways. So what you need to do, if you genuinely care about the other person, you need to love them in their love language, make them feel loved, so for him, like for example, giving and receiving gifts is like number 5 for him, and it's like number 2 for me, on my order of importance. So he tries his best to cater to me, and like he sends me gifts and just like thoughtful gifts, as are like anyone can walk into a shop and buy you flowers, but he'll buy me flowers and then have a note there. That's very sentimental. Like I'm more of a sentimental person. I don't care about money or whatever, but the thought, that's my vibe.
And gifts don't necessarily have to be like monetary related. It doesn't have to be anything which is like super expensive. It can be something you made yourself even. So like when you see that, never think that it's like on some materialistic type thing. Sometimes it can be, but it's fine if it is and it's fine if it's not, you know what I mean? Whatever floats your boat. And just understand what your partner wants and what they want to receive, and try as much as possible to reciprocate that kind of energy. The way she looked at me. But like that's what you must do. Like it's not easy. I must tell you guys this. It is not easy. It's not something which is like, okay, you want this? There are challenges on the way.
Especially
and even
long distance.
Especially long distance, because you don't interact as much. So and you don't interact as much, so there's a lot of things which you still learn about each other, even though you're like aware, I love your lung language, this is what you are within or whatever. It's still going to be hard for you to implement the things, because what I expect to be done will be different from what the other person will expect and stuff like that. So it's a trial and error type thing. If you do get it wrong, do not worry. Do not worry. All you gotta do is make sure that you know why you're doing this and to just stay within the shit, you know what I mean?
I think it's important also for the other person to acknowledge that she tried. Like, I can't now expect you, someone who's never been in a
to know
relationship
everything.
before, to now, boom, first day, pull up with the Ferrari. You understand? Like, yeah, like, whoa. You understand? Like, I need to acknowledge the fact that you're trying. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's move on to the next point.
Next. Let's go. Glizzy type thing. Tip number 2. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much communication.
Yeah.
Is key. And within that, it's transparency as well within that communication. So you can communicate and be like, you know, I'm out with the boys. But how transparent are you when you're out with the boys? You can be like, oh no, I'm with my friends at my friend's place, and like, but like, how transparent are you about how you got there, who's around you, and all those kind of things. But that's just like one scenario. It happens in a lot of different levels. The whole communication thing. It's letting people know letting your partner, know how you feel at all times. Let them know as much as possible, as hard as it's gonna be, where you stand with most situations, because there are a lot of uncomfortable talks that you're gonna have and scenarios that you're faced with, but you have to be willing to have that in order to build your relationship and make it stronger. Because if you leave those things that are uncomfortable, it's a stone unturned and something swept under the carpet. You have to make sure at all times that you address the uncertainties within your relationship through communicating clearly what you want, your desires, what you like, all those kind of things. So communication, is important, and it goes into like calling the person as well. If it's long distance, you're not seeing each other, so how else but this device right here or that device right there, to use to like call them. I think that's like the best thing you can do, and just be available. Make sure that you are available, because people want certainty at the end of the day that you are still in this. And me, for example, missing a day of communication, a lot can happen in a day, and it's like in someone's mind as well, like, why is she not answering my phone? Why is he not answering my phone? It's been a whole day. We usually talk every day. Why is there something? If there's anything like big that's gonna happen, let the other person know. You know what I mean? If you're like gonna be at some, I don't know, writing or studying for a long time, whatever the case may be, communicate that. Let the other person know, okay, yo, Buddha, this is what's up. You know, this is where I'm gonna be. And like those, like it's pretty much the little things which take you further.
And I think also like with communication, like something that I struggle with actually in our relationship. I don't struggle with communication, but this aspect specifically is that I'm a very vocal person. I'm very confrontational as well. It's not negative confrontation, because I do respect him. And sometimes when I feel like I'm gonna be too, vocal about certain things, that I might say things that are gonna rub him the wrong way, I step back. I take a step back, and then I'll return to the conversation and I'll address the problem once I've cooled down. And he always stresses the fact that I need to learn how to deal with conflict. I need to learn, like, we don't go back and forth, we don't fight. We just, have disagreements and we resolve them. And he's like trying to always constantly stress the fact that I need to learn how to, be able to deal with things in that moment, so that we can just move on, instead of like constantly having to revisit the same conversation, feeling like I need to take a step back. I should learn how to address things. And that's also very important, especially if you're long distance. Like, it's not like, okay, it's fine, I'll see you tomorrow, we'll talk about it tomorrow. If it doesn't get resolved right then anything can happen, guys.
Anything can happen.
This person can go talk to someone else, or like those type of things.
And what you didn't get from that conversation, you can get it from a different conversation from someone else. And it can be like, even though it's not like something huge or whatever, because it wasn't resolved and you guys didn't communicate, or we didn't communicate, or whoever didn't communicate, it can lead to other things, because we look for things in other people that we don't necessarily have in the people around us.
You can go find comfort somewhere else. And And that's bad. Let's move on to the next point.
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's not right. It's not right. So don't do it if you want the whole distance, long distance relationship to know, work a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I hate
The
it.
Russian accent. You know what I'm saying?
But it's so sexy.
The Russian accent. Don't you like it when we drink vodka?
Oh,
We're drinking
baby.
vodka. You know what I'm
Fine.
saying? I'm just saying a little bit.
Okay, guys.
We need
Moving on
bloopers.
to...
We need bloopers.
Literally.
At the end. It was just...
Okay, so tip number 3: support and be willing to be supported. Very important.
Facts.
Yeah.
You wanna start this?
Okay,
I saw
guys.
the way she looked at me. She was like, black.
I don't feel so ghetto.
She was black.
I wasn't black. I thought you were
So-
not. I thought you were gonna answer.
You know when you say it, you start.
Fuck. Okay, cool. We're gonna cut that out.
No, that's brilliant.
We
Let's
can't
keep
laugh
that
for
in.
that long. We'll cut. How long?
Yeah,
the
we'll
laugh
cover
is.
like that was funny.
Yeah. Anyway.
Fine.
Tip number 3 is support and be willing to be supported. So I'm gonna put into context of our relationship. Excuse me. So we're both into media, and I feel like that makes it easier for us to relate to each other and just like support and guide each other. And he's an academic as well, so he's very smart. So it's easy for him to also like, give me motivation when it comes to my academics and like a sense of guidance and whatever. So I was always the type of person that was like very independent. I was very independent.
Nothing.
I still am very independent. So sometimes it's hard for me to tell you things, if you notice, babe, like about my goals and stuff, and you'd be like, even now you're still waiting for me to send you my goals. And sometimes I don't have goals because I don't want to send them to you.
I stopped asking.
It's because it's just so hard for me to share those kind of things with people. I prefer, like you said, to share the finished product.
And also, you don't want to be too pushy as well.
Yeah.
You don't want to put the person under too much pressure. You want the message to be received in terms of like, okay, Doug, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do this. But you also don't want to be too pushy, because that sometimes can like make the person draw back a little and all that kind of stuff. But like, yeah, man, in terms of like the whole support and be willing to be supported, just be there for your person regardless of like what they're going through, because most likely you'll be in different fields. If you're in the same field, aware that's cool. And you must be able to always keep them on track as much as possible, because there will be times, as much as they're juggling their own lives, they're also juggling a long distance relationship. And that's like not an easy thing, because you prioritize the person and all that kind of stuff, and a lot of things like change.
Yeah, can I say something?
So, yeah.
Are you done?
No. But yeah, in terms of like the whole supporting thing, like you must know that at your highs, right? When you're at your highs and whatever, you must be able to support your partner when they're at their lows. And when you are at your low, you must be able to like take in that support as well. You mustn't, like, if you're a provider or someone who's like naturally like that, or configured by society to be like that, or whatever the case may be, you must know that there will be times where you're giving support, where you're there for the person, but there'll be times where you're a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more, delicate and fragile and all those kind of things, and you're gonna have to receive that support the same way that you gave it. So that's pretty much like the whole thing in terms of just like being able to receive and give and all those kind of things.
I feel like with any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, family, or romantic relationship, the one thing that brings people together and binds you together is vulnerability. You need to be willing to show your emotion. You can't come here acting like you're a brick wall. You may show me your marshmallow side. I get that you're tough and whatever, but I want you to show me that, listen, bro, I'm going through the most, I need your help. Like, we need to be able to be there for each other, or else, if you're not getting the support from me, you're talking to someone else. And I want you to be comfortable enough to come to me about stuff, and not just like emotional stuff, but like, babe, with support and stuff, we should be able to like hold each other accountable when it comes to like our goals and stuff, those type of things. That's the reason why. I'm not just telling you, oh, yo, listen, I want to be a millionaire for vibes. You should be like, okay, cool, what is your plan? I'll tell you my plan. You're like, okay, cool, inform to
and
doing
all that
this and
stuff.
whatever. We help each other out, brainstorm.
Put them on track.
So Tologuti, you have plugs and whatever, you can connect me. The same with you. And then we can like easily, you know, at the end of every month, usually complete this. How did this go? You know, feedback and accountability. But yeah, the next point.
I wanted to say one more thing about that support thing. But I forgot it.
Each point is going to be long.
I forgot it. But it's nice, no? It'll be a nice video. Look at my finger. It's the muscles. I want to say one thing.
Is that a muscle?
I don't know.
It's not.
No, it's thingy. What's it called? Calamari. Grilled calamari. I'm not supposed to be eating this. Anyways, tip number 4. Got what I'm saying? Number 4.
Okay. Oh my god.
Stop.
Babe, you don't have to be so extra. Just say number 4.
It's number 4. Yeah, number 4. Tip number 4. Be open to having conversations around finances, pretty much. Conversations surrounding finances.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Surrounding around finances, you must just be open to talk about the money. Do you have money?
Remember when we used to talk about like how much we earn? And I was like uncountable. I was like, I don't want to talk about how much I make. Like that was.
But now you know how much I kind of earn from one of my things.
Yeah, one of your jobs. But yeah, guys, like you need to be open to having those kind of conversations because if you're long distance relationships require a bit more money than regular relationships, you know. So basically, guys, what you need to do is like have these conversations, and you guys can work around like. Let's just say, for example, your partner can't afford to link with you this month. You know, the other person can provide, you know, give you a young push. So you guys can just balance each other out and just like work together. At the end of the day, you're a team. So you need to, you know, work together to ensure that you guys work out.
Because you know what happens when you don't have those conversations? The other partner is gonna, so the other person will be like,
why don't you
you're good. Aware, and you are tatazelaring there like, every day. You are just there like, and all that, and you're stressing by yourself.
Exactly.
But you don't need to stress by yourself.
Talk to me.
You got a partner, and niggas.
You don't need to be.
Let's break this shit down. Like, if you need support from your hand,
talk to him.
Talk to your baby. Like, it's simple. If you need support from your baby, speak to her. Regarding finances. You know, I always sort things out, you know. Always sort it out. No, but that was last minute. I didn't want to put that on you.
Babe,
if it was something we planned in advance, I would. But if we planned in advance anyway, I would have sorted it out.
But I wanted to.
But like, be willing to let your girl pay for things.
Allow yourself to be supported.
Are you attacking me right now in this video? Am I being attacked?
Never, baby.
It sounds like I am. But anyway, I'm just saying PSA to all the niggas out there, all the Buddhas.
What's PSA?
Public service announcement. You almost said cervix announcement because of
that's
GBV. Like that's what, you know, it's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, just be willing to have the other person, like, just put your pride down, put your pride aside. Think of the bigger picture, where y'all are going. It doesn't matter. And if anything, it's going to build trust between you guys. Don't think it demasculate, like, is demasculate?
Masculine, yeah.
Is that a word? Yo, please, guys, don't have me if it's not a word.
I think it should be because you're masculine.
Hold on, Google's got us.
Siri.
Why are you calling Siri? Siri doesn't understand the South African accent.
You know, the English make you masculate. Emasculated.
Ha! Kuzu.
I told you.
What did I tell you?
Smart.
What did I tell you? Just, you know. Kuzu. But yeah, don't feel like that. And also vice versa, you know.
Especially for these independent queens, sis.
Yeah.
You know, like be willing to, not even saying ask him for help, but just let him know what's up so he knows. Let's just say I have all the money in the world and he doesn't know. Stop it. You're the one that has 5 jobs, right? So basically, if I have all the money and he doesn't, and I can afford to see him every 3 months, and he can only come to me once, compromise, guys.
And don't make the other person feel bad.
Yeah, like I
Don't
can
be
do
like,
it twice.
bro, like I've been coming to you or whatever.
It's not about that. It's about
like,
seeing each other. That's the goal. It's not about who does who for what the most. The goal is to see each other. I think that's why we're so, proper.
Like, for example, we're very jokey people. So we've had that conversation like, baby, but I'm gonna see you twice, and like in a jokey way.
But we know.
Don't ever let it be like on some serious shit of like,
yeah.
Yo, dog, like on some serious conversation.
Yeah, but with
with
us it wasn't like finance related. It's because of
no, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like some jokey vibes or whatever, because we could obviously both handle it at the time. It was a case of like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Fiats. And now for tip number 5.
Let's go, baby.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. Tip number 5 is
we apologize.
Don't put yourself to them.
It's a cell phone.
To our subscribers. Don't put yourself in compromising situations. That basically means, let's just say, because with him and I, for example, like before our relationship was even official, we spoke about our exes and like people that we had been with and whatever in the past. And so he already knew, like, okay, there's this person, there's whatever, I knew. So it was just like a thing of, because we had that conversation, as soon as we made it official, I already knew that I could expect him not to hang out with those people in awkward settings. Like if it's just one-on-one, like why are they hanging out not because I have trust issues or because I don't trust him or whatever. That's not the case. It's just like
courtesy. You
understand? Like just, you need to be considerate of the other person, and because it's long distance, guys.
Yeah.
The moment you tell me that I was hanging out with Kathy, that's just a random name, by the way.
Girl A.
Yeah, hey, girl A.
No, don't even go back to that.
Don't just say you're hanging out with girl A. I'm gonna think straight up like, bro, like, do you still want to be with me? That's gonna be my first thought. You understand? So, just always need to be considerate and don't put yourself in compromising situations.
For example, this is for the niggas, especially. And the girls as well, because the girls is also a thing. The boys is a thing. The boys is a thing, you know what I'm saying? So the boys.
That boy call you in.
If you know you're also an ex-street nigga, and you're not just any random ex-street nigga, you were kingpin. You were Pagati inside. Yeah, Pagati inside, you know what I'm saying? Wait, baby, that's a Pagati inside.
Okay.
If you guys didn't know the symbol for Pagati inside, I've just told you. I'm gonna do it the last time.
They saw
my
it.
baby. Please stop.
That is so annoying, guys.
Last time. Pagati inside.
It's just so weird.
That's the shit here. But anyway, with that whole situation, yeah, dog, if you know you're also someone who easily gets tempted, if you know that you're someone who really likes a lot of... Yeah, first of all, some people try. Some people are trying or whatever, but don't put yourself in compromising situations around the field that you were the star player in, where people used to praise you. Don't go back to that field now, because you thrived off, that attention, the praise, the crowd cheering. Vuvuzela, you know what I'm saying? Don't be out there in that circle and in that, because you're going to be putting yourself in compromising situations. On top of that, alcohol. Limited. Limited. Listen, it's different for like different people.
Yeah.
But like, everyone has their own thing. But like, limited, if you also know that you got lit to the point where you forgot certain shits and all that kind of gag. Limit. Don't put yourself in any kind of situation. Deep. Number 6. Number 6.
Not bad.
Right? I tried.
Look at my arm. You have to just do it again. Look at my arm in the video. Let's do it again. My arm was like this.
It's fine. Go zoom in on your arm. It'll be good vibes. This is what the people want to see, baby. They're gonna see you. But like, yeah, man, tip 6 is remember your end goal. And this is something that we can relate to, obviously, because we shared our goals with each other. like our individual goals, like what we want to do, what we want to achieve. I'm still waiting for her goals. Those goals, like, yeah, we need to share. And then I sent mine, and she sent it.
Guys,
I pretty much know. I know her goals, but like I don't know them on paper like that.
No, but
and maybe
in my defense, guys, I couldn't share them with him at the time. Even like now, it's like, okay, I can. Even now, I can. Even now, I can. Right now, I can. But at the time, it was just a thing of like, I wasn't comfortable enough to share that kind of information, with anybody. I knew what I wanted to achieve, and I was going to work towards that. I didn't want to share it with anybody. So...
Trust issues. Trust issues.
The last time I told someone...
Trust
let me keep right.
But like, we all have trust issues. To a certain degree. Everyone has it.
You have to have trust issues.
How
nowadays.
extreme it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's an eye that you're going to eat.
Give me the eye.
Anyway, guys...
So like, in terms of remembering
your end goal, and also in terms of your relationship. From day one, you guys must set your intentions straight. We're not here for games, we're not here for vibes, we're not here for a good 6 months, then we're out. We're not here for a year, then like, I'm not gonna waste my time. Imagine I'm booking flights to Cape Town, month in, month out, just for us to be together for 6 months. It needs to be a forever thing. That's like...
And we both don't like wasting time.
Yeah, so
the fact that we settled as well, we knew that we're settling because not in it for the short run, not in to waste time.
That's why it's so easy for us to travel and see each other. People think, oh my gosh, you guys, whatever. It's because we know what the end goal is.
Like, you guys are moving so quick. Yeah.
Has someone ever said that? That's crazy. You guys are weird. But,
not
like...
you guys. Them.
You guys.
I'll subscribe.
I'm joking.
One of them.
No, not subscribers, man. But on a serious note though, guys, like, you need to know what your end goal is in terms of your relationship. We know that we're not going to be long distance forever, so it's easy to put in this kind of effort, to put in this kind of money, to put in this kind of time and whatever. It doesn't even feel like a strain. It doesn't feel like when I buy you things, I don't feel like that I'm losing money. It's because...
Feels like an investment.
Yeah, you understand? But
if you spend money and it doesn't feel like an investment, you know you're in the wrong field.
Well,
you know you are in expense land.
I used to spoil that guy.
We've all lost money with people who are not around anymore.
And I was just like, what am I doing? Even while I was buying the things, I'm like, what am I doing?
But pretty much to sum up what you were saying was that the end goal, that's it. You must know that it's not going to be long distance forever. That's it.
Yeah.
That you won't always be in separate cities. That your plan at some point is to stay in the same place.
And every single day you must put in work to ensure that that goal comes to life eventually.
And hold each other accountable.
Yeah, like what are you doing in order to make sure that you guys are not long distance? Even if it means you don't see each other for 3 months because you're putting in work for the long term. I was just holding it for him.
Tip number 7. Sieva. Not 8, not 9, not 10, but 7.
This video is long.
It's edit game. But like, always make sure that your partner feels secure. You know what I mean? Like, do as much as you can, as possible, to ensure that you don't make them at any point feel like you don't love them, you don't want to be with them, you are uneasy about the relationship. Like, even the small things you say sometimes it's also like things of like humor. Get across your type of humor so people understand how you make jokes or whatever the case may be, and understand the other person as well, and like meet halfway and like all that kind of stuff. But like, be able to make your partner feel like you always want to be with them, like at all times. There must never be a point where they're like, I'm not sure, or asking questions, or like, yo babe, just don't want to be with me. It's just like, it must always just be like, you feel it the whole time, so you don't necessarily have to voice it.
Yeah, and I think also like with security, it's like, if any, because guys, because we're like I don't want to say a YouTube couple, not a YouTube couple. We have a YouTube channel and we're like,
a couple.
A couple, and I'm like,
influencer.
Babe, not influencer.
Influencer, see.
Whatever, in the public eye or whatnot. It's a thing of like, people are always gonna have something to say, and he should feel secure because he's also like doing the most in Cape Town. People know him and stuff, and he also has people in Joburg and whatnot. So it's like, if anybody were to approach him on some yo bro, your hand and whatever, he should feel so secure in our relationship in knowing that I would never do something like that, you know. But obviously he is gonna approach me because, you know, so we can get it out there and just address it. But no matter what anybody said, you should feel so secure in your relationship that no matter what whoever says, nothing can shake you.
You just hit them with the yang.
Yeah.
Cruise.
But yeah, don't do that. But
hit them with the cruise.
Yeah, guys, you understand?
If not, they can go poof, poof.
Right. So yeah, guys, that's basically
that's that point. Point number 8. Tip number 8. Tip number 8. Don't be tired, baby. I got you. Don't worry. We're almost done. We're almost done. Look how cute she is. But anyway, make time to see each other.
You said I wouldn't finish the food. Ari, you coming to see me in November?
No, you didn't make the bet. We didn't make the bet. We didn't make the bet.
You said you can't dance.
Didn't. I can't. But anyway,
what is that you just did?
Nothing. But anyway, make time to see each other as much as possible, because it's long distance, and there are certain things you need that physical aspect. You need to be able to connect to that person on a different level. Like, sure, the phone situation is like, nah, but you need to be able to at least kiss your partner, not these butterfly kisses or what do you call them? Air kisses. Butterfly kisses are these ones, actually.
You removed the point about.
Don't attack me now.
What? Thank you.
I didn't.
You just raised it. Thank you,
no,
baby.
Bonus point. My body was
baby.
My body was being possessed. We're gonna have a bonus. Make time to see each other. That's like that's self-explanatory. You guys have to pretty much, whether like you plan to see each other once every month, once every week, if your bag allows, once every 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever, once every year, even depending how far y'all at. Yeah, I'm so hard to you guys, but like
I would break up with you.
Yeah.
Once a year.
No, we need to give that.
Let's
have her.
This relationship.
It'll work. But like anyway,
but yeah, babe. Also like with making time to see each other now.
She just wanted to speak. That's all she did. She just wanted to speak.
Wait, I remember what the cut that I was doing. Let me see. What was I gonna say?
Maybe communication over the phone. Speaking.
Wait. Oh. Okay, guys. With the point of making time to see each other.
She's gonna be like, your drink just appeared in your hand.
What?
Carry on.
I'm the type of person that likes planning ahead. So I want to know what's gonna happen in the next 5 years and whatever, those type of things. Like, I don't like just focusing on the now. I want to plan the now and, you know, next year and the following, not exactly like that, but like, you know, I want to know what's gonna happen next. So I'd find myself always like, what's gonna happen in September? Who's gonna visit who in November? For me, I just learned that let me just take it 1 month at a time. Right now we're focusing on September. When is September, right? We're focusing on September and we're just gonna let September, you know. Now that it's like the end of September, we can talk about October. So we take it per month, because if you start thinking about next year, you're gonna lose your mind. You're gonna hurt yourself. And I also realized that about this in terms of a relationship. Obviously, when it comes to goals and stuff, you must have a long-term plan. But when it comes to like a relationship, right, you need to, you know, work bit by bit, day by day, month by month. Yeah, guys.
Pretty much that.
Yeah. Next point.
Let's go.
The next point is don't put your life on hold, guys. The most important thing to remember is you are an individual first before you're in a relationship. as much as your partnership is important, it's a priority, you are an individual first. So don't ever put yourself second to your partner.
That's
like, sure, you understand, female matters is a priority, but I come first. And he understands and respects that, and vice versa.
Facts machine.
So you should never ever get to a point where it's like, okay, cool, I'm leaving my school books today because I have to go see homeboy and whatever. You come first.
Facts machine.
Your school, bro, what the fuck?
Carry on. Just
don't forget that your academics are still a bag. Don't fumble that shit. Because I came to see, like, we all together for this weekend and whatever, and I brought my books along. Like, there has to be a balance. So don't ever forget about yourself while trying to invest in the other person or in a relationship.
facts machine.
But yeah, man. The next point.
Can I speak on that? Do you mind? Is that cool?
Sure, dog.
Thanks, Doc. But anyway, yeah, don't put your life on hold. She said it all. No, I'm joking. But like, so yeah, I just want to add a little bit on that. The whole don't put your life on hold type of thing. Just, realize that, yeah, you were an individual before you got into this. Your goals, obviously you have to have your joint things, but don't let that sidetrack you, because as soon as you let yourself, you guys are a partnership. As soon as the one falls, it affects the whole team. The same way how, different members of the team need to be strong, or if you have a strong team. As soon as you let yourself down, even though you guys have the overall goal, let's say in football, scoring the goal, if you are now drinking the night before and you can't pitch up to the team training and the game and whatever, the team's going to be let down because it's not as strong, it doesn't have the strongest player, that kind of stuff. So, vibes, crazy, you know what it is. Bam. We are at the end. 10. Show me. And, last point of this whole situation that we're in is set, what's this? Go round rules from day one.
Yeah.
I'll say it one more time. It's like ground rules from day one. So you guys understand each other. You understand what ticks the other person off, makes the other person happy, what they like, what they don't like, all the same thing, but, different ways of explaining it.
Yeah, just so you know, like...
Just so you know.
Just so you know.
Just so you know.
And you learn. I'm just so tired, guys.
She's full. she tried to challenge. This is the most amount of food she's eaten in her life. What? Okay, it's fine. We'll skip that part.
We're gonna cut that out.
But no, I'll skip it. But now you.
But yeah, guys. So yeah, it's just like a matter of ensuring that you know what takes the other person off, like he said, and just knowing, each other. And yeah, man, basically.
Because then you don't have like an excuse, right? Moving forward.
Because now it's
it can be like
you're taking me off, but you knew that this.
But you knew, but there will be mistakes. As I'm saying, don't be too hard on the person if you've told them. Like, obviously, if it's something that happens all the time, you're like,
you don't respect me.
Yeah. But like, I've told you, okay, maybe you forgot, mistakes, whatever, because it happens in conversation. But like, with all of this, realize that. You're a mess, bro. Realize that throughout all of this, that you guys are
a partnership.
Keep on the deep side. It's a ride or die, but for now we ride.
But anyway, guys, your boy over here says he has a bonus tip
One
for
extra
you guys
tip,
that I don't know anything about. So, but I don't know what it is.
She knows nothing about this.
I'm a
Disclaimer. So yeah, this is for a little bit of sparse, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of Robertsons, a little bit of Raja in your lifestyle, you know what I mean? And your long distance relationship. And it can also apply to the normal relationships, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
You're crazy.
But what I'm saying,
guys,
you get the point of like,
no, guys, I would
surprise each other. Yeah, guys. Anyway, like things to spice it up. A young nude nana. If things are gonna happen, you know what I'm saying. Just to keep things spicy, but make sure it's between you guys. Do not send it to anyone else. Know it's between you guys, and all that kind of stuff, because that's gonna spice things up at the end of the day. If you can't do a nude, video call and make a plan happen, you know what I mean? If you can't do that, Like, damn, I really don't know what's left for you besides like sexting and all that kind of stuff. Sex each other unexpectedly, do all these things, catch the other one off guard, because that could also be like,
Dude,
out of nowhere, throughout all this kind of stuff. It doesn't matter. We're old as hell. Anyway, like, understand that there's certain things sometimes, but do this based that this is not a one fits all type of situation. It's based on yourself, it's based on your partner. You must understand that it's not like a must. Do not pressure yourself into it. Do not do it if you whatever. But if you know that and you trust that person, because trust is the most important thing. You cannot be in a relationship with someone that you don't trust because you're sending them all these things and all that kind of stuff to spice it up, all that kind of gag. But keep it cordial as well. Don't be out here just like sending dick pics. Make it sexy. Do something different, you know what I'm saying? Those are my vibes. Take it if you want to take it. It's a cruiser type thing. Go.
Okay guys, can I just say something? I for one am not for it. Nah, but like if you are, that's okay. There's no judgment here. And my thing is, you need to be at a point where you guys are engaging in these kind of activities, you know, because you can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna do it. If you guys are not comfortable enough with each other like that, don't do it. Because I know I'm not comfortable with those type of things, you know. So it's just like, you need to be comfortable enough. If you guys are engaging in these activities, do it. But if you're not, there's no reason to pressure yourself. If your partner feels like he's not comfortable, you're not there's no pressure, honestly. Yeah. It's just like,
it's not a one size fits all thing, pretty much. So if it's your thing, you can do it. If it's not your thing, don't do it. It's as simple as that. This is not a must. This is not whatever. If you can do it, do it. But yeah, sometimes we have to get out of our comfort zones, but only with people we trust. And don't be in a relationship as well if you don't trust that person.
Yeah.
First of all. So, yeah.
Yeah, guys, so that's the end.
I just got one, so I ain't got too many problems. Got the bad, so I'm all good. Bag full of bricks, so we solid. CB, how I play for keeps.